Hab keine Angst.
Spoiler warning. Marvel's Magneto spoke his last words in German during the heartbreaking climax of X-Men 97 Episode 5 for a very poignant reason. The fifth episode of X-Men 97, which represents the midway point of Season 1, does not skimp on drama. A multi-headed Godzilla Sentinel unleashed an almost unstoppable onslaught, causing a plethora of renowned X-Men 97 characters to presumably perish on the newly acknowledged mutant nation of Genosha in this episode. Millions of people died, no doubt, but two of the most well-known were Gambit and Magneto, the country's chosen leader. Magneto's tragic demise occurred as he ferociously used his Omega-level powers in a bid to bring down the suitably enhanced Sentinel himself. Though this would make the wild Sentinel jealous, he would soon be defending a group of Morlocks against the deadly green beam that had destroyed innumerable other mutants. Magneto eventually accepts his fate as Leech stares up at him in despair, and the wild Sentinel doesn't let up. He then says his last words to Leech in German and, along with Leech and the other Morlocks, falls victim to the Sentinel's attack.
A promise was made.
Subscribe to Movie Spy for more twist videos. What Magneto says before dying in German. In his last minutes, Magneto worked to create a shield that would stop the Sentinel's deadly beams from reaching the Morlocks. Magneto exchanged a scared gaze with Leech as he realized he could not keep up the shelter. At that moment, Magneto said his last words in German. Because of their physical changes that prevent them from trying to blend in with humanity, the Morlocks are a particularly tragic subsection of mutant kind. Magneto's last moments were thus devoted to defending the quintessential mutant group that he had devoted his life to fighting for, making their lives on Genosha a blessing made possible by him. But it wasn't because they had similar ancestry that he spoke to Leech in German. Rather, it revealed a more nuanced aspect of Magneto's past. Magneto is a Holocaust survivor, which is why his last words, which are in German, mean so much. Magneto's narrative is inextricably linked to his experiences as a Jewish youngster during the Holocaust. Just before he appears to be killed off in X-Men 97 Episode 5. A quick flashback reveals this backstory. Magneto sees the aftermath and the wreckage after being thrown into a massive statue of Charles Xavier, which subsequently crushes several fleeing mutants. He also sees an image of a man, who is probably himself, holding a barbed wire fence and donning the yellow badge, which Jews were made to wear during the Holocaust. There are striking similarities between this scene and the lethal persecution that Leech and the other mutants are going through in X-Men 97, Episode 5. Speaking to Leech as if he were his younger self, Magneto's acceptance of his fate replaces his fatherly comfort with a vindictive response to his lifelong persecution. This gives the episode's heartbreaking resolution to the suffering Magneto has endured throughout his life, a point to which Rogue made reference earlier in the show.